Today on Eagle Nation News, Mia Matney reports on how necessary the new Eagle Time schedule is to helping students succeed academically.
Just like Prosper, Salina is beginning to grow. Abigail Smith has more on the new additions to the town.
And Lauren Womack will discuss a recent major announcement from Netflix regarding one of their most popular shows.
Eagle Nation News starts
right now. Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. Today is Tuesday, October 1st. I'm Casey Boston.
And I'm Brenna Gibbons.
We have had Eagle Time for a couple of years now, and I know that middle schools have had this new concept, but we haven't done this quite yet before.
Mia Matney reports on how this form of Eagle Time may affect where you go to study.
In just a few weeks, Eagle Time will have stricter rules to help ensure that students are using this time to their advantage. We hit the halls to see where these students go during Eagle Time and what they do.
What do you do or where do you go during Eagle Time?
I go to the theater department, the black box.
I use it to hang out with friends.
Mainly to ask teachers questions I don't understand, like homework or projects.
Where do you go and what do you do during Eagle Time?
I go to Miss Tyler's room, and that's the floral room, and I just get work done or hang out in there with some friends.
I use my Eagle Time to watch The Office.
So where do you go and what do you usually do during Eagle Time?
I usually stay in the cafeteria for so that I can have a break from school and regroup sort of, so I'm not constantly stressed about school.
These new Eagle Time changes will help to make sure that students are able to use this time for things such as studying and getting help from a teacher, and will begin next 9 weeks. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Mia Matney. Prosper.
The former Dallas cop shot and killed Botham Jean in his apartment on the night of September 6, 2018. At 10:45 in the morning, Judge Tammy Kemp revealed the jury's verdict to the court.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The jury having reached a verdict, Ms. Geiger and your team, would you please stand? We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, Amber Geiger, guilty of murder as charged in the indictment. No outburst.
The court was just dismissed for lunch and is currently discussing her sentence at this time. The decision was made to charge Amber Geiger with murder, which could be a sentence between 5 and 99 years. We will have more on the story coming up in weeks as the trial continues to progress.
Tonight from 6 to 9 o'clock, the Prosper Police Department is hosting a national night out. The overall goal of the event is to make awareness to crime prevention, have more neighborhood spirit, and create a stronger bond between the community and police. This will be held at the local police department located in downtown Prosper.
Thursday, a skydiver was killed in a collision with a semi-truck on California's Highway 99 after steering off her intended course. Local skydivers fly right over that highway and land on the grass right next to it, which has been suspected to be very dangerous by truck drivers. The strong wind and odd location for skydiving recently caught the attention of a change that may need to happen and fast.
Today is October 1st, which means it is the beginning of spooky season. Julia Bizion is in studio with your fast forecast.
Thank you, Brenna. For now, the temperatures aren't looking too scary. Teleprompter. Desk.
Thank you, Julia. Up next, Lauren Womack will be in studio with your Talent Talk, sponsored by Corbridge Orthodontics.
Are you a U.S. citizen who's not a registered felon and are at least 18 years old? Then make sure to register to vote. It's important. It's how democracy works. It's part of being an adult. When you vote, you get a fancy sticker. What's there not to love?
But my vote doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. It matters a lot at the local and state levels. And hey, guess what? It still matters at the federal level. 537 votes decided Bush versus Gore in 2000. Your vote matters way more than you think. Seriously though, it's your turn to decide your future. Don't waste it. Go to vote.org for more information about voter registration.
From weddings to Netflix shows, there's a lot that has happened in the past couple of days. Lauren Womack is here in studio with your Talent Talk with more.
Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin tied the knot once again last night in honor of their one-year wedding anniversary. They did their I Do Over surrounded by friends and family at the Somerset Chapel in Bluffton, South Carolina. So for all of you longtime Bieber fans like myself, you won't get your dream come true of marrying childhood superstar Bieber. For fans of Stranger Things, you are in luck because Season 4 is a go, announced yesterday by Netflix. Along with this being announced, Netflix has also signed creators of the hit sci-fi TV show The Duffer Brothers to a multi-year deal to make movies and TV show. They did not announce the exact date it will premiere, but multiple sources say it won't be ready until 2021. Let us know your thoughts on Season 4 of Stranger Things and if you plan on watching it. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and check out our website, eaglenation.net, to watch previous episodes. Back to you guys at the desk.
Usually on our show, we highlight new restaurants and businesses being added into Prosper, but what surrounding towns are getting these new additions?
Abigail Smith highlights what new things downtown Salina has to offer.
While we are all aware that Prosper is growing extremely fast, what you may not know is that Salina is projected to be even larger. In fact, the city has predicted 100,000 residents by the year 2024.
We've been living in Salina for about 8 years now, and I would say the biggest changes that I've noticed are just the addition of all the new neighborhoods and houses that have popped up, so a lot more people. But also, I think a big plus to that is the expansion of downtown and just all the new shops and restaurants and stuff. My favorite part about Salina is just the small town feel, just that charm that comes from small town Texas.
With all of the growth in Salina, the downtown is also quickly expanding and small businesses are benefiting from this growth.
Well, we've got so many different things opening up. We've already had Hay Sugar open up, Toasted Walnuts opened up, Bongo Bo's is coming in October. The more that happens down here, then the more people get to enjoy it and realize what a jewel we have down here. Kind of the best of both worlds. You get the city, not too far from here, but then you get this old town feeling that you're kind of step back in time and everybody's part of the community when you have a square like this.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Abigail Smith, Salina.
Now we send it over to Maya Peterson with your Game Time Sports Update.
Prosper's Swim and Dive were in action Saturday night for their first meet of the season. Competing against 13 teams, our boys and girls capped off the night with big wins all around, with both sides coming in second place, scoring 353 points and 292 points. With the first meet finish, the swim team has set the bar high for this season and is ready for all it has to offer. Congrats to the swim team and good luck to you all on this upcoming season. Now, here at Game Time, we wanted to give both Cowboy and Saints fans a 24-hour rest period before fully analyzing Sunday night's game. First, let's focus on the positives. The Cowboys were able to get a touchdown on the board while the Saints relied on field goals. Dak was sacked once while Teddy Bridgewater was sacked 5 times. Both quarterbacks threw an interception, and overall, Dak threw for 223 yards while Teddy threw for 193. Now that we've gotten through the positives, here are a couple of negatives. Zeke, who on average surpasses 100 yards this season, was limited to 35 yards with 18 carries. Amari was able to get 5 touches with 48 yards in total, compared to last week he had 6 touches with 88 yards. Our top players were not playing at their top caliber Sunday night, as we saw this firsthand with veteran Jason Witten, who fumbled for the first time in ages. This play would later be reviewed for the breaking point of the game. Many Cowboy fans are wondering who is to blame for Sunday night's loss: Dak, Jason, Zeke, or maybe Jason Garrett himself. Cowboys look to have the top O-line let fans down in the last seconds as Dak, a second-half quarterback, 8 fourth-quarter comebacks and 14 game-winning drives, threw an interception to end the game, leaving the city of Dallas quiet while Who Dat Nation celebrated. Fear not, Cowboy fans, they will be back in action this Sunday against the Packers, where hopefully they'll be able to redeem themselves against Aaron Rodgers. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you want to hear more sports like this, be sure to tune in every day for a recap of sports from this past week. Now let's take a look at the meeting schedule for the week.
The following dukes and duchesses have been elected for homecoming court. Additionally, the election for homecoming king and queen is now open. Here are the candidates. Voting will end Friday at 4 p.m. Good luck to all candidates.
Now let's take a look at the meeting schedule for the week.
That's all the time that we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Casey Boston.
And I'm Brenna Gibbons.
Live long and prosper.